Hey, welcome back to Clever Cat class. Are you ready to learn something all new and be a very clever cat? Me too. Humans and the creatures they choose to keep as housemates is always interesting to me. So today I found out about the adorable, docile, and soft alpacas that humans prize as pets and even yard guards everywhere in the world. See, the alpaca actually has to live with humans because there are no wild alpacas anywhere in the world. See, alpacas were intentionally bred for their fiber, which is high in quality and quantity. Alpaca fiber is often used to make blankets, sweaters, ponchos, and other textiles, and there are over 52 natural colors that come right from the alpaca. Alpaca are actually a species of camelids, and while they're related to the llama, they're not actually descended from the llama. And unlike its two cousins, the camel and the llama, alpaca are not large animals. They usually only reach about 185 pounds, and the average height at the shoulder is only 3 feet. Of course, their neck and head add something, making them look far taller than they actually are. Now, alpacas are considered to be relatively intelligent animals, and they're really adaptable. In fact, they've been exported all over the world, including the United States, New Zealand, Australia, the Netherlands, so their habitat is farmland, but all different kinds of farmland. And alpacas tend to be very social creatures. They get along not just with other alpacas, but with house pets like dogs and cats, and definitely with humans. And considering the fact that alpaca are actually considered farm animals, they're relatively clean. Believe it or not, they like to use dung piles when going to the bathroom, meaning they go in the same place all the time. And because of this habit, a lot of humans have house-trained alpacas. That's not as bad as it sounds because alpaca poo really doesn't smell the way that one would expect most poo to smell. If for some reason you do decide you want to own alpacas, let me give you a hint. Males apparently make cleaner dung piles than females. Males go in the same place each and every time, while females, they tend to stand in a line one beside the other and go all at once, leaving a big long dung pile. Still though, alpacas don't need that much space. It only takes about an acre of pasture land to sustain as many as 8 alpacas. Just don't irritate any alpacas that you meet though, because alpacas, they do spit when they're upset or feel threatened. They'll sometimes spit at each other when they're competing for food, and their spit's really gross. When they spit, it might actually contain saliva and hair, and it might also contain stomach bile. Still though, they usually only spit at other alpacas. If they spit a lot, you'll know about it because they'll develop something called sour mouth. This is a gaping and drooping lower lip that's caused by their constant spitting habit. So a good rule to live by is, if you see an alpaca with a drooping lip, just stay away from him. Alpacas are also fairly vocal. They're known to hum, shriek when danger is present, and make a wark-type noise when they're excited. If males get in a fight, they might scream or make a warbling bird-like cry, and a friendly alpaca will make a clucking or clicking noise. People also need to be careful where they put the alpacas. See, alpacas are herbivores and they eat only vegetation. While they eat mostly grass, they'll also eat leaves, wood, barks, or stems, so any plant that you don't want eaten, don't put it near an alpaca. There is some good news about that, though. See, alpacas don't eat as much food as other animals of their size. The average alpaca only eats about 2 pounds every day. Alpacas also only have babies 1 time a year. Curiously, the female alpaca is pregnant for between 242 and 345 days, which is a really wide range. But regardless, when the pregnancy's over, she gives birth to just 1 baby alpaca. Now, the baby alpaca, called a cria, will weigh just 20 pounds when it's born. It'll be weaned at 6 to 8 months and live up to 20 years. So all in all, while I think house dogs and house cats are the way that I want to keep living my life, if I wanted an animal that lived in my yard and mowed my lawn for me, I think an alpaca might just be the way to go. Thank you so much for learning with me today. We're really getting quite clever, aren't we? Now it's time for you to check your schedule, and I will see you in your next class.